Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today as we take an inside look at the rise and fall of ECW. This would be the way that WWE would cash in on basically acquiring all the rights and trademarks, the tape library of ECW when it went into bankruptcy in 2000 or 2001 when they closed the doors. This would be, honestly, in my mind, one of the biggest WWE DVDs of all time. Not only is it packed with a great documentary and a good selection of matches, but the sales of this DVD blew the expectations of WWE out of the water. To me, what we know as a WWE documentary got birth from the rise and fall of ECW, even though they might tell stories that make WWE look really good, and sometimes if you scratch at a story, maybe it turns out that it isn't 100% the way that WWE wants it told on its WWE DVDs. But if you go back to 2002, when WWE started pumping out a lot of documentaries, they made a Triple H one, they made an NWO one, the Monday Night War one. A lot of those ones are popular because they're old. But honestly, you go back and you watch, Hulk Rules. Those documentaries suck, especially The Undertaker, This Is My Yard. 2002, 2003, WWE didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know if they wanted their documentaries to be kayfabe. They didn't want to know if they was, pull back the curtain and show what is going on really behind the scenes. And to this one, they just say, fuck it. We want to show the best story that we can tell. And, we're going to let, Paul Heyman and the guys at ECW go on there and talk about their blood, guts, and horrors and all of the stories that went with ECW. And we're not going to try and sugarcoat it, and make it look like, WWE pieces of candy or anything like that. We're going to try and tell the story really the way it is. And to me, from the sales of the rise and fall of ECW, we got the ECW pay-per-view of 2005, one night only, which then they came back and did another one in 2006, which was a little bit more WWE glorified, with the main event of Rob Van Dam versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. And then after that, we got the birth of ECW coming to light on Sci-Fi, with Sandman caning the alien and all kinds of things like that. We got Kevin Thorne, the vampire, with Shelly Martinez, and WWECW, maybe it wasn't as good as it was supposed to be, almost like when WWE brought back Saturday night's main event. Old school fans like me went crazy, and then once it was, on our television screens, we were looking at it like, this isn't at all what I thought we were going to get. But the reason why we got that is because Vince learned that ECW, even though it was dead, fans were still out there, and fans wanted more. So we'll take a peek at this one, bust this one open. This one, of course, has two discs. Both discs pretty much look the same. We've got the ECW insert on the inside. This documentary, I believe, ranks in at 2.5 hours. You get everything from, little snippets about how guys came to the company, what they meant to the company, what they did. You got, the early days of ECW with Public Enemy, Taz, Sabu, and Terry Funk, leading into Terry Funk winning the championship, Paul Heyman getting fired, and coming to ECW. Lots of stories that will go into this once we review it. Everything that goes down on here. But like I said, this documentary is long and it is very intensive. They go into every story and tell you basically every side there is to it. There's a book that came out. I believe it's called the same topic, but there's two. There's one that was publicized by WWE, and then there's an independent one. The independent book on ECW, in my opinion, that was sort of co-written by Shane Douglas, is a lot better in my mind. But, hey, if you can sit down and read some books, you can be the judge on that one. But this one came with some extras. We've got the Pitbulls versus Raven and Stevie Richards, 2 out of 3 falls in a dog collar match for the ECW titles at 1995. Mysterio versus Psychosis. This, of course, would be the match where they just brawl outside and Rey Mysterio hits the Hurricanrana on Psychosis, just outside in a parking lot on the ground. Mickey Whipwreck versus the Sandman, ladder match for the ECW Championship. This would be in 1995. Too Cold Scorpio versus Sabu. CyberSlam 96. Tommy Dreamer versus Raven. WrestlePalooza 97. Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow from Living Dangerously in Asbury Park in 1998. We've got Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn in 1999. We've got Stevie Richards apologizing for leaving ECW. Taz speaks Paul Heyman's blessings and Paul Heyman travel agent stories. So that is everything that packs this one. Lots of pictures on here that go along with the stories, but this is one that honestly you're gonna have to take my word for it. If you don't have this, go on the WWE Network and watch the documentary there. If not, and you've never seen this, you're possibly missing out on one of the best WWE DVDs of all time. So let me know what you guys think. Peace. Talk to you guys later.